this is part of the Michael Comic Nerd review team.
Yep. Minus Michael, because he's in what? Comic-Con right now, right? Lucky bastard.
I'm never gonna go. They showed so many cool things. But we digress.
Well, you can keep wishing. Someday.
Yeah.
But anyways, Red 2. Who gives a shit? Because honestly, that's pretty much how I felt. Because they pretty much went through the whole, standard action movie cliches and tropes or whatever the hell you want to call them. Pretty much it. Yeah.
Pretty much. It was just, I was kind of discussing, 3 S's. Slow, sloppy, stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, that pretty much explains that entire movie. I mean, okay, worst of all is me. Like, I haven't even seen the first one, but apparently, according to you, it's actually pretty good.
It is. I mean, pretty much everything that made the first one good was absent. Like, it had a very tight sense of pacing. It was very quirky, but at the same time, like, in a way that was endearing and not annoying.
Oh.
They actually did a good job developing the characters. Like, kind of organically throughout the situations. Like, they sprinkled bits and pieces, but, kind of actually gave the characters some layers, differentiated them. Whereas here, they're just, there wasn't any of that. It was just, the technicals were sloppy, the characters were just boring or, uninvolving, sometimes a little bit annoying. And also it just lacked that very twisty storyline, in a good way. Like, here this kind of pulled stuff out of their asses. It was just, whereas with, the first one, they actually did a pretty good job, making it seem like an actual conspiracy to the point where, like, even some of the antagonists didn't know what the heck to think.
Oh, wow. Huh.
It turns out, showing, okay, this guy's an evil, he's just kind of being manipulated. Whereas here, this was a very clear-cut, and I don't mean that in a good way.
Oh, wow. Alright, so basically the whole point of the story is that, I guess Bruce Willis's character, he's, quote-unquote, retired, right?
Yeah, I should probably explain that. Red refers to the term retired extremely dangerous.
Oh, okay, well.
And that is where the thing got its title, and that's sort of used to describe, all these former soldiers of fortune, except for Mary-Louise Parker's character.
Oh.
The basically wife or girlfriend of Bruce Willis's character.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I really don't know what to say. It's just, I'm already really forgetting about a lot of this movie. It was just very bland and just not well done.
Completely forgettable.
Exactly.
Yeesh.
But yeah, so basically it turns out that, Bruce Willis's character, whose name I suddenly can't remember. Oh, Moses. And his friend Marvin, played by...
John Malkovich.
Thank you. It turns out they've been linked to some weapons program that they never even heard of. And so basically they're being hunted by the government. Again. And throughout this time they're trying to figure out, like, what the heck this weapon is, where it is, and yeah, really not much. And the conspiracy aspects were just kind of...
Well, it's just pretty much them going around the world figuring out what the hell's going on. Then they finally do, which is, so apparently, there's a scientist guy played by
Anthony Hopkins.
There you go. I guess he's apparently behind all this shit that's going down, and they track him down. They find this bomb, this nuke or whatever, and that's pretty much it. I mean, honestly, this is just a forgettable movie. I mean, even if I haven't, even if I probably would have seen the first one, I don't know. Like,
it would not make this movie any better.
Sheesh.
It's just. It didn't help at all. If anything, it just made me angrier.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Because I was just... It's like, how did it go from this to crap?
Man. Well, that's...
Yeah.
That's disappointing. Jesus Christ. Wow. Shit. I mean, that's pretty much that movie in a nutshell, right? Just
pretty much. It's like there really isn't much to say about it. I mean, okay, so we've kind of gone through the main issues. I mean, It didn't help the movie had a few plot holes too.
Oh yeah, with the whole how they snuck the nuke onto that plane.
Yeah. Spoiler, but we're not going to say when and where.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come
or
on.
under what circumstance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. If anyone's kind of kept track of these movie review things, they'll know that we've got spoilers everywhere. So you've been warned before. So anyways.
Yeah. Long story short, it's one of those things where like it seems impossible how this nuke got snuck on board when pretty much like eyes were trained in like a certain person's perspective. Where
Oh yeah.
It's like, how did he do it?
Yeah, we were watching Bruce Willis the whole time. He was just there, and then nothing happened. It's like, oh yeah, give me the bomb, or what was it? Oh no, you drop your weapons or something.
Yeah, drop your weapons,
blah,
take
blah,
the girl,
blah.
bring the bomb with you, and get off the plane so y'all can die. I'm gonna fly off in a nice fancy jet.
Yeah, exactly. It's stereotypical action movie cliche. Ooh,
pretty much.
Haven't seen that done
Yeah.
millions of times. Big deal.
The other thing that I'd say helped with Red is that it had some pretty, just like, I wouldn't say inventive, but very, goofy action sequences. Whereas, for the most part, it's like, the characters, they're kind of quippy, but it's all stuff we've seen before. Like, it played itself a lot more straight-faced. And it's one of those things where, like, the saying, if you don't do it well, do it loud?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Correct, that goes for singing, but that's pretty much what they did here.
Yeah.
It's just, and it also just didn't help that, like, for like a good chunk of the story, like nothing really happened.
Not really, just more action.
Yeah, like they were kind of flying around everywhere, nothing happened. It's just like these other characters expect to have like a bigger role, like Helen Mirren.
Oh, well, like she wasn't the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just like it's hinted at that, she was gonna be like one of those a reluctant antagonist.
Oh.
Like, I expected, this is like, okay, this would be a great source of conflict, the whole comrades kind of against each other,
Yeah.
do I want to, do I not want to hurt you kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's not kind of the same thing with Catherine Zeta-Jones' character?
Yeah.
Kind of
like, it felt like there was a chance for some, like, really well-played double-crossing.
Yeah.
I can't think of a good example off the top of my head. All I can think of are some terrible ones.
Oh.
But, yeah. It just wasted the potential. It just... Yeah, it didn't really help that it felt like... Yeah, like... A lot of people just kind of taken out in wimpy ways, or like... when you expect them to do more, like what, Byung-Hun Lee, you expect him to be like a bloodthirsty killer, it's just like...
Well, at least he still showed off some of his,
yeah,
cool kung fu shit and stuff.
And how does he get talked down? You're a good agent. Help me disarm the bomb.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, but he still hates him in the end, though. He's like, oh, you still owe me for my plane and whatever.
Yeah. It's just like, I kind of wish you just killed him instead of... Because then the movie just would have been over with and I would have been a lot happier.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of... that movie did feel like it went on forever. Jesus Christ. Yeah. And I'm sure there were a couple of scenes they could have just gotten rid of altogether and it wouldn't even really made much of a difference,
Yeah.
It's like, but whatever, we got this piece of shit in the end, and there you have it.
Yeah, it's just...
forgettable action movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know what? Pretty much just
don't
skip
see it.
Just skip it. I guess watch the first one, right?
Watch the first one, pretend the second one doesn't exist.
There you have it.
So I kind of learned... You know what the funny thing is? I'm starting to realize the first Red might have actually been a fluke.
Really?
Okay, when you look at the writers behind it, it's just... Oh, God, they did work some pretty bad movies. Like, one of the ones they did was Whiteout, I think.
What's that?
That's... Exactly. It was just meant to be a very bad, like, horror mystery movie from what I remember. Like, they don't... Basically, a lot of these guys didn't have a good track record, yet somehow they actually managed to pull off a pretty good movie. But I really do think it's the fact they changed the director that kind of had the biggest impact here.
Oh, right. Who's directing the Red 2?
Once again, I can't remember. I just remember looking up the repertoire and it just was not very good.
Ew. Okay.
So it's like one of those things where the previous director, he had a certain style which like fit it. And, that was the other issue. These professionals were complete idiots. it's just like, yeah, compared to the first one, it's like, yeah, they had their issues, but like, they actually knew what to do. Like, I mean, they were actually, resourceful.
Yeah.
And they lived up to the whole retired but extremely dangerous thing. It's like, they weren't just deadly, they were smart, they were adaptable, and, all that. And just like here, it's like, they felt relatively incompetent.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, except for Helen Mirren's character. I mean, she was still pretty badass, but...
Yeah, she was pretty much the only, exception. Her... Because, hell, it's Helen Mirren. But, yeah. I think that really is all I have to say after that.
Same here, man. Same here. Just don't watch this movie. Just watch the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as trailers go, what do we have? Two Cops, which, I mean, it's...
Two Guns.
Two Guns, there you go. Two Guns, which, I've already talked about it in the past, so...
Yeah, and just like Red, it kind of looks like a generic action movie.
Yeah.
Or Red 2, sorry.
Oh. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really having high hopes for that one. Then, there was like two other ones, I think, which I kind of forgot already because, oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's just, everything just kind of... Getaway, that movie...
Oh, right, Getaway. That Ethan Hawke movie. Oh, and, okay, and then there was that, We're the Millers one with Jennifer Aniston and, Jason Sudeikis, which, I don't know. I mean,
basically, everything... We got a terrible movie and, relatively bad trailers.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, Getaway, it's like, the moment I heard, like, the actress who turned out to be Selena Gomez talk, I was just like, okay, I don't like the way her acting sounds, and it's like... Selena Gomez.
Well, there you go.
That's why.
That explains everything.
And and We're the Millers just doesn't look funny.
Nah, yeah.
Although I will say this, Jennifer Aniston looks good.
Oh yeah. I mean, hell yeah! Wow, damn. She looks pretty fucking hot. I mean, well, that and Horrible Bosses. You've seen her in that. Damn, she looks pretty damn fine in that one. But, hey, I mean, aside from that, no, I don't know. Probably end up skipping that movie.
Yeah.
Or wait till it comes out on DVD or whatever. I don't care. But.
Yeah. All I know is that this better count as another bad movie that gets us out of seeing another terrible one for a while.
Well, hey, at least you don't have to watch fucking Smurfs 2.
Ah! Why would anyone volunteer for that? So yeah, I think that's everything. So as we all said, just forgettable, badly paced. It's like we can't even say it's generic because it fails at being a generic action movie. I mean, it's a little sad when I say I feel I've had more entertainment from a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, his movies are bad, but they're entertaining because it's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, there's still some fun to be had with those Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I mean, they're not fucking masterpieces, but hey, they're still fun to watch because of how cheesy they are. Whereas this is just like, who knows? Maybe everywhere else.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll find some of the dialogue funny, but all I know is that I didn't. I don't think I even laughed once.
Yeah, I just didn't give a shit about any of this. Anything that happened in that movie.
So yeah,
that's pretty much it, man.
If you go watch on yourself, you've been warned. Just please, as I've said, just watch the first movie. Pretend this is like some government conspiracy where they're trying to drug you and avoid it. Until next time.
Yeah.
We'll see what will appear in next, but yeah. Until then, have a good day and find a good movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you later.